Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of Hermitcraft Season 4 with me, FalseSymmetry, and today we're over here on a spruce tree because I thought we could do a nice little flyby for the base and just kind of land. Just land very gracefully. Look how graceful this landing is going to be. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Okay, I was being sarcastic there, but I guess that actually was pretty beautiful. Great. Most of my landings aren't anything like that. But anyway, today we're actually going to be working down in the depths of the base. We're not going to be working outside, so take a look at the sky right now, because we're probably not going to see it again for a few hours, probably, at least. So today we're actually going to be doing the one thing I've needed to do for a long while, and I keep talking about, and that is sort out a way down from this floor, because we've got a floor up there that has stairs. We've got a floor up there that has stairs as well. That's that little blocked in area there. Those are some stairs too. You just saw me come down them. And yeah, we don't have any stairs because it was just such a massive drop that stairs didn't seem appropriate, let's say. So instead I decided that it would be a good idea to build an elevator. And not just one elevator, possibly two, even more possibly four. Yes, because this is a symmetrical base, a mirrored base, so we're going to have two over that side, hopefully, and two over this side. That is, if the elevator works how it is intended. Now, this is a random design that I found. There'll be a link down below. I'm not sure exactly what the YouTuber who has designed this is. I don't like saying the name of the YouTuber just in case it's actually from someone else kind of thing. I've had issues with that in the previous episodes where I've built something and then, you know, it's been a copycat video rather than the actual original. So I'll put the one that I've been using down below. And yeah, we're going to be building the elevator right here in this gap here and possibly also in that side there. So let's actually hop down here and take a look at the area we're building in. Now these were actually going to possibly be built back in the wall here, but if I do this, oh, well, that not so much. Okay, so the issue isn't really much with this area here, but if we quickly end up top, and if we dig through the floor up here, or through the wall even, yeah, we get a lot of water. Oh, and it's gone. Come here, Torch. Let me save you. It's gone in that nice little neat square there. But yeah, water isn't going to be very great for an elevator, so instead I thought, scrap the whole digging into the wall and blocking in the elevator and making it look ugly from outside. We'll make it look pretty instead. Why are there weird noises coming from? Is that my computer? Is that the game? Is that something else? I'm not sure. Anyway, I've got some stuff together, but I still need more. Got a whole bunch of redstone things in there. Some observer blocks. I've never used them before. We're going to use them. I need some more obsidian. I've got a whole bunch of furnaces because we're going to use those a lot. And a little bit of quartz and a little bit of stone. But let me go gather up some more materials and then we will get started on today's episode. So a little bit of planning has happened here. Not a whole bunch, but and definitely not any redstone. But we have technically built the actual elevator platforms. I'm going to try and build both of these at once because whilst I'm down there I'm basically underneath both of them, and the same as when I'm up there I'll be basically near both of them, and we're actually going to mirror these designs. So if I build this one, which is the one that I know how to build redstone wise, I then need to flip the redstone over and build it the other side. So for instance, where this torch is here is where the button is going to be. The button will be in this block here, so the block there will have a button on it, and we'll click that, and then it will be taken upwards. Yeah, with this side, the button shall be over this side, and yeah, you get the idea. It will be mirrored. So if we head down at this ladder right here, you'll see the elevators, and we haven't actually added the observer blocks just yet because I wanted to actually make sure I had immovable objects down here. These are furnaces. That's what we're going to mostly be using, I think, for this design, because obviously slime blocks means you can't put anything next to it other than something that's immovable. So I could use melons, I could use jack-o'-lanterns, I could use what else? Furnaces, obviously, bedrock, which is not actually possible. Otherwise, I probably would use bedrock. What other blocks are there? Like other furnace type things, so like droppers, hoppers, whatever. Those things. What else? I'm sure there's like a million things. Anvils and things like that as well, and I don't even know. I remember seeing like a whole bunch of a list of things at some point. What on earth is this? Oh, okay, that's a future thing. Anyway, so the idea is there are going to be two different things. So what I'm going to do now is actually, I'm going to block this up here. with stone. I'm also going to block this side here with stone, so that the elevators cannot physically move. Actually, I don't think that actually will help it. I think what I need to do is actually use use furnaces to do that. I always forget. It's so difficult with Minecraft, kind of thinking about how many blocks pistons can move and stuff. So, with the observer blocks I have, I've got blocks ready to place, to help me place these things. It's going to be a little bit difficult, so I want one there, and I want one there too, and then I should be able to remove those. And observers, for those that don't know how they work yet, they're basically update blocks. So if I put one down in just a second, once I've placed this last one there, perfect. And the furnaces stop that from being, oh, you're in the wrong place. You need to be removed and replaced. Apparently I'm an idiot. There we go. There we go. So the idea with observer blocks, as you can see, they've got faces on them. If I place one down over here, it's checking if there's something on this side, I believe. I believe that's how it works. I could be technically wrong. So if I do that, it should output a signal, I think. Yeah, so every time that is updated, that side updates. I'm sure you guys know the technical terms, but basically it registers that there's a block. So the idea is we are going to keep updating this block here or this block here with various pistons. So there'll be pistons set up down here to update, and then the elevator should move up because it'll be like an elevator, and then the same above, and it will kind of hit, I think, the top observer block, and it will start going back down again. Now these are not going to be super fast elevators in the slightest, but that isn't really the point. I think I'm going to build these two here, and then possibly build those two over there. We're not going to get all of them done this episode. We're going to try and work on one. And thinking about it, I'm kind of not sure if I want to actually save this space here to go down a different floor. But I think we want that floor down there to be more secretive. So possibly, yeah, we'll just build two of this side, and it'll mean that say that one's up there, but one's down here. I can use them for various different things, and hopefully not end up getting stuck on one floor. But that's fine, ender pearls are always an option too. So what I'm going to do is carry on building. We're going to start building up these furnaces and building them up above. Again, these should be hidden in the future. But for now, we're just going to keep building them up, and yeah, we're going to have to start working on the redstone down here also. Well, the elevator is off. And it's gone. I was an idiot. I realised straight away that it was the slime blocks pistons. I used normal ones. I don't know why. I even had slime balls on me. Oh, come on now. Like, I don't help myself with the whole redstone thing, do I really? I mean, of course I'm gonna derp, like, you know, but still, that was a stupid derp. Like, this can break just very easily, let alone something so simple. Yeah, there it is. One elevator is now up there. I fixed that one too, but I'm not going to let that one go because, well, yeah, let's just say. So it doesn't look very pretty. I'm going to say that right now. It doesn't look very pretty, but that is why we are going to, basically, I think, cover it over. I'm kind of tempted in a way, because it does go with a futuristic theme, to leave it very open and actually have it open all the way. And minimal kind of redstone, but I think it's just not going to work. Like, it's too complicated. We need to simplify it, which it's simple. It's a simple redstone contraption, but redstone doesn't look very simple ever. Like, a line of redstone possibly might look simple, but any other kinds of redstone is just silly in terms of simplicity. So yeah, that's not really going to be a thing we can do. Anyway, it looks like I now need to actually set up the redstone up here. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to be basically building a button on that side. We're also going to be building a button on this side here so that we replicate the same thing as down below. But this time we're going to have basically a redstone torch on the back of this. And then we're going to have it hooked up to a sticky piston, make sure it's a sticky this time, on the back of that, which should move that, I think, out at the same time that we update the observer block, and therefore it lets it go down, because currently it's stuck to that, which is why if I press the button now, it won't do anything because there's no redstone, but yeah, that's why that block is needed right there. Stops it from going up into wherever, which is very, very good. Anyway, let's get on with the redstone, and then it might be done, but we obviously have the big task of making it look sort of pretty, which is, I think, possibly even a bigger task than the redstone, and that's saying something coming from someone that likes building and hates doing redstone. But I'm kind of enjoying this project so far. It just has taken me a little while to get it completely right. Okay, just finished the redstone up there, and I think It might work. I'm gonna hope it'll work. If it doesn't, I might cry. No, I'm joking. I actually think, yeah, that as long as that piston lines up there, there's redstone above. It connects to the button. This time I'm gonna try and ride it because really standing up here we're not gonna be able to see anything anyway. You saw the piston go, and it should stop. Oh, let's watch it go up. Because we missed it properly last time. Oh, perfect. That was a bad idea. I don't really want to get crushed by it if I can help it. That is so sweet. It works perfectly. And the reason I went for such a slow elevator is because, well, I mean, I don't necessarily need it. I can fly an ender pearl everywhere. So if I need to get somewhere in a rush, then there's that. But also, like, it acts as an actual elevator. It's actually realistic rather than a lot of elevators in Minecraft, which aren't. Anyway, obviously now you can tell that what I need to do is obviously finish off this one. Copy that on that side. Plus also finishing off all the furnace stuff. And you can tell that I'm pretty sure 39 furnaces isn't going to be enough. I think we've got a bit of cobble in here. Let's just hope it's enough to make the rest of the furnaces. I'm actually running out of cobble. Probably because I use stone absolutely everywhere. So let's hope there's enough. Well, one elevator is up, the other is down, and we're going to use both of those to help us decide how to decorate this place, because as it isn't very pretty. It isn't really supposed to be that pretty either. I might add a few leaves, a few little trapdoors here and there. But yeah, it's not looking super great. The main thing is to actually, I think, block everything in, basically. That is going to be the main task, is to just block everything in as much as I can first with the stone bricks, just so that it kind of merges into the wall. That's why I'm using stone bricks here. I apparently don't have too much in the way of actual stone bricks, which isn't helpful. So the idea is we're going to be building this all the way up to the ceiling. I'm probably going to run out again, but that's fine. I can always end the pearl back up here. And as long as that's nice and safe in there, we should be good, and we shouldn't have any issues with mobs. The only problem is when it gets to things like this piston. Now, this piston I don't think should be an issue. I think as long as I do that with it, that piston actually should be fine. In fact, that should be okay as well, because it doesn't block that redstone there. Yeah, so I think that is perfect there. I'm going to leave it before I mess it up. And then I'm going to do that the other side too. I just need to be careful that things aren't spawning on the blocks that I leave there. So I might quickly go up there and check that that's actually going to work. I did have a little bit of an issue with this though, in that let's put a torch there actually, because I think I might get blocked. I might get mobs spawning on the elevator itself, which might not be great. But I did have an issue with this a little bit earlier. I think I was going up and it wasn't working. I was falling through the elevator, which actually could be an issue if the server gets laggy for whatever reason. So I'm going to try this one now. That works perfectly. Good. As long as it's going to work, I am all for that right there. But we'll have to build it out a little bit up top. Anyway, let me work on one. We'll work on the other probably about the same time. And let's just hope, I definitely have enough stone. Okay, so I was just building, and I don't know what's happened here, I'll be honest. I've not changed anything with that. I just sent it up. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is going to break it. I was actually very certain it was going to break because of what I've just done there. Yet, it somehow duplicated observer box. I'm actually really not sure what it has actually done. I don't know if I can actually physically get up this area. I put a ladder here because obviously, like, if I'm in a rush at some point, I do want the option to be able to, can I not put a... Will that not work? Really? Really? Come on now, can I... Oh god, okay, let's just remove that. Let's just remove it. Let's just remove that for now. Okay, so it's actually worked up here. Wait, so what happened? Oh, it didn't actually break. Oh, well that's a good thing. Okay. It just is really weird. I think it's because... it's on a server. I think it's because it's on a server. That's so strange. I'm just going to leave it. Anyway, let's carry on with what we're doing. We're trying to make it look pretty. Started blocking in the top part. And yeah, if we start bringing this down, it should look okay, I think. Well, it's now the next day. I've been working on this thing, as you can see. And it is looking much prettier. It actually looks not too bad. I was worried that it would stick out quite a lot and it would come into this area too much and seem like it's blocking your access around. But it's actually perfect. It's not too far out and it just works really, really well. I'm so happy with it. It looks really good as well. Like, they look like proper elevators and they work really well too. So if I go here, press the button, it's best if I stand in the middle of 2 blocks. But they seem to work. There we go. We should head up to here. We can now head off. And this one up here isn't looking so pretty. I've actually left this one to do today because that last one down the bottom took a long time to get to how I wanted it. So my idea with this one, seeing as though the elevator is actually not going to continue upwards, is to make them little houses. Like little blocked in areas, perhaps. I'm actually really not sure. I think I'm just going to play around with blocks and I think I just need to block them in, I think I need to basically, let's grab a ladder, that'll work. If I just build these up a couple more, it should work. And then I'm blocking in this area here just so that you can't see the redstone that shows. It doesn't really matter. You don't really, I guess, realise. About that, high perhaps, and then maybe like a bit of a roof. I want it to feel like it's an elevator, you know. I don't know how I like that, or if I like that in any way. Let's see if maybe adding more stairs there might add to that. Yeah, I quite like that. I definitely need to add some lighting in here, because again, they are spawnable blocks. But I think for now, that looks okay. You can see the button fairly clearly. Yeah, we just need to play around with this design and make it work up here like the down below area works pretty well. And we need to make sure it's not spawnable on top. That's the main thing. Well guys, I think we might have sort of solved the issue. I might actually work on this a little bit more. I'm thinking that the back needs to be built up a little bit so it's a little less flat perhaps. But I think what I'm going to do is leave that up to you guys. Oh, I'm flying. Let's not do that. So this is what the elevators look like from up here. I think they look like proper elevators. They look really, really great. The idea is you'd stand on here, you'd press the button, you go down, and you might add a couple more furnaces there. But I don't think it really matters too much. And then you get off at this floor, and it looks pretty fantastic both ways. And also, if the server's lagging or whatever, we have a nice little ladder to get up as well. Which I believe that technically is actually faster than these elevators. And Rendog seems to be having a bad day. He's fallen from a high place twice now. In the space of like 5 minutes. I feel bad. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure we'll see. I'm sure we'll find out. He's smiling. It's all good. I've also added some water, which you guys know. If there's a second thing that I love using next to leaves, is water, especially when the water looks lovely and bright like that. Basically, I blocked it in. It goes behind the elevator so that even if the block below it did go, it shouldn't ruin everything, but I don't know. It looks fine and it works. So yeah, let me know about the top part of this. I probably should add something. I really, really like the lighting here as well because it does look like an elevator. Shame we didn't have the whole piston door thing, but I think that might have been too much, and I think simplicity is key. Anyway, that is going to be sadly it for this episode, guys. Leave a like if you did enjoy me doing a little bit of redstone for a change. It actually works. That's all I'm going to say. I'm pretty proud of myself right there. And subscribe if you haven't already, guys. But that is it for this episode. I'll see you guys next time. See ya!
When Stanley approached the end of the video, he clicked the subscribe button.